Hey guys, it's Charlie, and today I'm here with Mia. She was actually in my last video, Black in Korea, Positive Experiences. She's also, we have so much in common. She's also a vegetarian. So I wanted to interview her because I know a lot of people on my channel have been watching my videos and seeing that I'm a vegetarian and kind of curious about going vegetarian. So I thought I would interview her and ask her a few questions. She already introduced herself in the last video, so if you need to get that intro, you can watch the last video.
Mia,
yeah.
hi.
So why did you go vegetarian?
I've been a vegetarian since last December while in Korea. For me, it was health reasons and spiritual reasons. And the spiritual reasons were because I reached the realization that every living thing has a spirit. And so the fact that I was killing the animals to eat the animals, but at once upon a time the animals had a spirit within them, it really didn't sit well with me. And so I started to think more and more about it, started to watch documentaries about the way meat is produced and the way the animals are treated, and sometimes animals don't have legs and wings and all those things. So, you know, that it kind of grossed me out, as well as spoke to me spiritually, and I didn't see it, it didn't sit well with me anymore. And the health reasons, it was just healthier for me. My blood type, they tell me I'm supposed to eat meat, but I found after going vegetarian, I was actually healthier. So that was a myth. In my eyes, it's a myth. Yeah. But overall, it was health reasons and spiritual reasons that I went vegetarian.
So what were the changes that you were going through? Because I know we all go through changes that kind of get us towards that place. What changes were you going through in Korea that pushed you to go vegetarian?
I ended up going vegetarian during desk warming. It was only myself in the office for what, a week or 2 weeks. I had a lot of alone time, a lot. And I was going through a very heavy transformative period in my life on every aspect. There's not an aspect that I wasn't changing. And so I had to look at myself health-wise. And I think the time alone kind of made me look at myself and look at the reality and where I wanted to be. And there was no other option. So if I chose to continue to eat meat, I was just going against what I already found to be true for myself and my evolution and the journey that I wanted to take. So I think the eating part was just a big, it was just a small speck in a big shift, if you will.
Why was Korea a good place for you? Like, was it specifically being in Korea that pushed it, or made it easier, or made it a little bit harder? Or?
Being in Korea and going vegetarian there, it was because, like I said, it gave me time with myself. I learned myself tenfold as to what I could if I was still here with all the distractions and obligations, responsibilities. It just allowed me to be real with myself, and it opened my eyes to things and lifestyles that I was living or that I knew people were living back in the States, and I didn't see it as being the correct way anymore. So I think I had to be removed from it to be able to see it and be able to say, no, that's not working for me anymore. I don't really agree with it where I want to be and where I want to go. So definitely, I don't think I would have become a vegetarian if I was still in the States. So just me being physically in a different place, mentally in a different place, spiritually in a different place, I think Korea was that place for that to happen. Yeah.
Is there any advice that you can give for people who are either new vegetarians or people who are looking to go vegetarian?
If you are living in the States, you have it like it's cake. Like it's cake. There's so many options. You have Whole Foods, you have Trader Joe's. Like my favorite fake meat brand is Gardein. You know, it's really easy. It's really no reason why you can't stick with it. I will say that the first 3 months are the hardest. Those are by far the hardest. But if you make it past that and you have the right mindset, you have to be determined and you have to want it. And that's what's going to make you stick with it. Also, for the first 3 months, you cannot hang out with meat eaters. You just cannot. You can't hang out with a friend who you used to bust down chili dogs with, because now they're going to want to go get that, and you can't. You just don't torture yourself.
Yeah. And
that's what I had to also learn. Like, don't even try. Yeah, I'll have a salad while you have this big plate of... No, I'll meet you afterwards. You can come over afterwards, or I will cook.
Yeah. And
tell me what you think about this, because I've done that.
Yeah.
But you kind of have to separate, just at least for those 3 months, from meat eaters. And I don't mean to call, but it's the truth. It's meat eaters. I don't know what else to call it.
It's really true.
You have to kind of find that distance.
Yeah.
That doesn't make you look like a hermit crab, but you still can stay true to your beliefs in your eating, because it's hard. It's really hard at first.
Yeah, this is actually true for people who are going vegan too, because I was a vegetarian even of 12 years, and spending time with friends who eat cheese and things like that, for me as a vegan, it's true. You really do have to take some time where you're not hanging out with those people. It doesn't have to be like a whole year.
Right.
But take 3 months where you're just doing your thing, where you can get into it. That's so true. That's really good advice. Is there a fruit or vegetable that you don't like, that you've tasted so far? Because there are so many.
Yeah.
But so far that you've tasted, is there one that you just don't like?
Brussels sprouts.
Okay.
I cannot stand Brussels sprouts. My grandma puts mayonnaise on them, and she thinks it's the best thing ever. That's really the only thing, because my belief is you can make vegetables taste so good.
Yeah.
Like when I was in Charlotte, I made jerk chickenless tofu. It was like the best thing. But that's the only, like, it's like the taste.
Yeah.
You know, no fruits. I haven't tasted a fruit yet that I
don't like.
No.
For me, I didn't like papaya until I went to Mexico.
Really?
I hated papaya. I hated the smell. I didn't really care for the taste. But now I love papaya.
Yeah, papaya's good.
Living in Mexico helped a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And that was probably fresh papaya.
It was
like
fresh papaya. So you might one day come to find out you like Brussels sprouts.
I know. We'll see.
Okay.
With lots of seasoning.
Okay. What dishes do you eat the most?
In the States, everything. My favorite restaurant in the States so far is Simply Wholesome. It's in LA. It's on Fairfax and Slauson. They have vegan food and vegetarian food. This sounds like an infomercial, but it really, it's like, it's so good. My friend is a meat eater, and she got the veggie supreme burger, and she's like, I need this again. So it's that good.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's that good. And then in Korea, I eat curry everything.
Really?
Because I don't have access. I can't get jerk in Korea.
Yeah.
I can't get these seasonings. So I can find Korean curry, and I eat Korean curry potatoes, and I eat a lot of spaghetti. Because I cook myself. So sometimes I'll do the gochujang, and I'll mix it with like vegetables or on rice. Sometimes, but for the most part, it's kimbap, curry, vegetables or curry potatoes, and spaghetti.
Yeah, I loved kimbap when I was in Korea.
Yeah.
That was something I ate a lot.
I only eat it with like soy sauce or gochujang, and because I need some type of sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the next question is, what is your experience, or what was your experience so far telling people that you're vegetarian as an African American?
When I tell melanated people in the States, since I've been home, and when I tell people who are, for lack of a better term, you know, white people, it's like, okay, next. When I tell melanated people, melanin rich people, it's comment after comment after, why are you doing that? You don't eat meat? You don't want this pork chop? You can have that. It's like, it's all of this commentary, it's all of these opinions, it's all this. I could never do that.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it.
That's a big one.
It's like, why would you do that? What's wrong with it? You know, you have to be very strong when you break out that news, and you have to be secure in your decision, and you have to know deep down inside why you're doing it, because you will have people who, you know, in a way will kind of make you feel bad.
Yeah.
Like, it's to the point where the comments are like over and over and over. And if
Yeah.
you tell multiple people, it's like you're always hearing the same thing.
Yeah.
You're always going to hear it. Doesn't matter
All
who
the
it's
time.
from. You're going to hear it. So that was my experience. And I didn't experience that until, I'm lying, I experienced it in Korea with some friends. And then when I got to the States, it was like, and mind you, the first place I went was in the South. I went to Charlotte first.
That's hard.
Yeah, and it was at like a social gathering, so it was really, and I had my little vegetarian section. And people were like, what's that? Oh, yeah, no, that's not for me. But, you know, you just, hey, I'm different, you know, 2
Yeah.
chains. That's just what it is. But that was my experience. Lots of commentary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually negative.
It's like a confused negative.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, it's a confused.
How are you a vegetarian?
Yeah, like why? Like what? Like
You don't want a pork chop?
yeah,
You don't want this pig feet?
Yeah, you don't want these hog mogs, you know. So yeah, this burger, I'm never getting up burgers. I can never give up this. I can.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
all it
always.
is.
I could never give up that.
Yeah.
I could never do that.
And you never say never. That's what I've learned.
Yeah, because a lot of vegetarians, even vegans, who say before they became a vegetarian or vegan, a lot of them have said, I'm never going, because even myself as a vegetarian, I've been a happy vegetarian for 12 years, and now I'm vegan, and
Right.
so like, you never know. I wasn't looking to go like high raw vegan or anything, but it flowed and it happened, so you can never say never.
And I never thought I'd be a vegetarian.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Yeah. But I don't miss it. And that's
Yeah.
the thing. Once you get into a certain place with it, you don't miss it. And like I
No.
said, especially if you're in the States, you have so many options.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The last question that I have is, what was the hardest part and the hardest time being a vegetarian?
Those first 3 months was the hardest part of the process of transitioning, because that is your transition time.
Yeah.
And especially in Korea, when you have teacher dinners,
Yeah.
or you finally get to hang out with your friends and it's time to go eat, or you're walking down the street and you smell something cooking and you're like, oh, that smells good. Those first 3 months were definitely, I remember times where I would be staring in my refrigerator and like, I could just really go down the street and get some chicken right now. Like, you know, and it's true because they eat a lot of fried chicken in
Yeah,
Korea. Like
a lot.
Like more than the States.
So now, what is the hardest part about being a vegetarian so far?
Traveling.
Okay, so my last question is actually, have you experienced any positive experiences or results or anything from switching your diet to a vegetarian diet?
Absolutely. I went vegetarian in December. By the end of January, I had lost probably 11 pounds.
Wow.
So that was enough to make me keep going. Like that alone. I've had more energy, not felt as sluggish, as bloated. You know, all the things that come with the standard American diet.
Yeah.
And especially because Korean vegetables are so much more healthier.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but the weight loss, and then my skin, my hair, you know, I think all of those things change as a result.
They do.
Yeah. So, but weight loss, number one. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you guys for watching and subscribing. Be sure to check out Mia's channel if you want to see another vegetarian doing her thing abroad, even while traveling. Not only is she traveling, she's also African American. You don't find a lot of African Americans who are vegetarians, so I wanted to put that out there. Be sure to check out her channel if you need more inspiration. Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Be sure to click the link for my previous video, Black in Korea, Positive Experiences. The first 30 people to purchase a 1-hour video chat will be entered to win a NutriBullet. If you've been waiting to video chat with me, this is the best time. I'll be in Korea by the end of the month. Video chats can be purchased now and used then. Or they can be purchased now and used now. I absolutely love the NutriBullet. It's so easy to use and easy to clean. This offer is open internationally. Thank you all for watching, and be sure to check out my website, blackpearlworld.com. See you in the next video.